Grammy winner and Willard native Chappell Roan is calling for action when it comes to health care, and she's getting results. Rebecca Jarvis has the details.
Major step in the music industry. Less than 2 weeks after Grammy's Best New Artist winner, Chappell Roan, used her acceptance speech to call on record labels to provide more support to their artists.
Record labels need to treat their artists as valuable employees with a livable wage and health insurance and protection. Labels, we got you, but do you got us?
Universal Music Group launching a new initiative with Music Health Alliance, which aims to help provide mental health services to not just artists, but current and former music professionals. The fund offering assistance like recommendations for mental health counselors and psychiatrists and grants to help offset costs.
A fund like this can be literally life-saving. When a label like Universal, the largest music corporation on the globe, stands up and says, we want to do something, that is something we should all listen to.
The conversation around mental health and physical health and wellness taking center stage in the music world in recent years, with performers like Justin Bieber and Shawn Mendes canceling parts of their recent tours to prioritize their health.
Mental health struggles are very prevalent in the music industry, and it's great that we're talking about it, and even better that we're supplying help to the people who need it.